second cherry log out of that one tree we picked up, oh, I don't know, a year and a half ago. On the small end, this is the butt log, what's left of it. Like I said, the whole tree they cut in half, unfortunately, after they dropped it, which was very sad. But 24-inch on the small end, black cherry, only about 52, 53 inches long. Got a little bit of a taper to it, but we already have the pith centered. We actually get some bright sunshine today too. But getting late afternoon, trying to get some sawing in before the sun sets. So let's get this one set up. I'm going to slab this one out. There's nothing spectacular about the grain. It's going to be straight grain. So I think what I'm going to do is just go ahead and do a 2 1/4 inch thickness cut on this. But we're going to have to straight cut one edge of it, I think, so it'll fit through the throat of the saw. All right, let's get it set up and get to sawing. Okay, this may take a minute to get started here. I might end up editing a lot of this out. We'll got to figure out the best way to do this without having to take a whole lot. Hold on, without having to take a whole lot off the edge of it. I don't want to take a big fat slice off of it so it fits through the throat of the saw. Rather cut as little off as I can. But let's go ahead and get started, and we'll see how it turns out. I'll try to get some close-ups of the wood, of the grain. I think it's pretty much going to be, like I said, straight grain. There's no branches on this one. There's no crotches on this at all. It's just the very bottom of the trunk, the very bottom of the butt log, I should say. Well, let's get started. Alright. Let's take a look at what we got here. Throw a little water on it and see what comes of it. Except for my big shadow right there. Wow. It says pretty much straight grain, but still a lot of character in there. Picked up on a, well, we did pick up on a branch nub in here. Couldn't tell that from the outside, but don't know how much of this you're picking up, but looks really nice so far. Can only get 2 slices. We're going 9/4 on this, only because it's for the most part straight grain, and it's had a little thickness to it for you know, I don't know. Somebody might want a little thicker with the straight grain. Plus, you get any kind of warpage in it. You thin it or plane it down. Still have a decent sized chunk. It's a different characteristic. There's not much figure here, but the extra thick piece might appeal to someone, including me, because I'm looking at coffee tables here. This is awesome. Again, black cherry. 24 inches across at the widest point up here. And I could have gone up probably to 25 and a half is really max. Because 26 is the space between the roller and the roller guide brackets. So let's get back to sawing these. And again, I'm waiting for a customer today. One didn't show up yesterday. Actually, both of them didn't show up yesterday. I had 2 planned for yesterday. And they both rescheduled for today, and one has already canceled, so we're down to 1. So let's go ahead and get set back up here and get back to milling. Okay, start it back up. Well, we have to clear some of these slabs off, start it back up, and saw some more. Anything really interesting shows up, I'll be sure to get some footage of it. Probably get some footage anyway. I know I like to see when it's revealed, so I'm going to share that with everybody else. Let's get started. Did pick up a few more branch nubs down here in the middle. parts of the tree. And we got some figure going on around that. Looks pretty nice. So a little more character than I thought this would. Very nice. As you can tell in that one cut I was doing the log move, and I had to kind of push the mill head through it, finish the cut up. Alright, I got some light shining on this and some water on it. Let's take a look. The only character we got in this one is these two branch nubs sticking out, but a little bit of curl going on over here. Where is that? Yeah, right along in here. Everything else is pretty much straight grain. But I've had requests for stuff without a whole lot of character, believe it or not, so this will fill the bill. Do have a check right in here, crack going down here, but hey, get creative with some black walnut butterflies and you're in good shape. A bunch of little small branch nubs right in here. Very early part of the tree there. Hard to say how old this thing was, but I never bothered counting rings. It was cut up when I got to it, so let's get these cleared off, and we got one last cut to make. And this one is done. Alright, here's the next one off of this cherry log. Deb wanted to get a good look at this one. She's here. Pink hat and everything. Let's get over this extra water off. Actually warmed up by about 15 degrees more today than it was yesterday, but not bad. Picking up a little bit of character around this, you can see that little cut off branch nub there. And then back to straight grain. Although we have this black line going down through there, we can get some shadows off of there. There we go. And that goes also down this side. You can see it a little bit. Well, it's still got some character. I'm still not sure if this isn't curl showing up in here or not. Curly cherry would look really nice. It's hard to tell until you get smooth and get some finish on it. But it is what it is. We've got to flip this one off of here and get to the next one. Let's take a look. Off of the mill. And this actually looks better than the one that's sitting up on there, but go ahead and throw some water on there. We'll see how it looks.
I'm in your way.
No, you're fine. I like these black streaks going through here. This is nice. Pretty much back to straight grain, but
Character.
picking up enough character with the coloring in there. A little bit of waviness to it. All working together to make a really nice looking slab. One last cut. I'm going to flip this one over. I have to flip it over because I got to get my clamp out of the way and get the stops the rest of the way down. So now it's time to flip this. Cut it as far as you can, then flip it over. We can't see anything staring into the sun. Hold on one second. Okay, one last cut. One last peek at what's inside of here, and then we'll wrap this video up. I'll get my camera set. I know, making people seasick watching me do this. There we go. One last cut. Let's get it done. Let's go take a look at this one. I like it. You know, I already got some water on it. If I can get my shadow off of it. Let's take a look at this. It's in a little bit of cathedral, they call that. Pointing out a little bit of cathedral grain there. And down in here, I like the way this grain looks. All up and down in here. Very cool. Very cool. A little bit of chatter there where I went in, maybe a little bit too fast. This blade has another log and a half cut on it. So, might be on its way out. Time for resharp. That's the last of the cherry slices. We'll be moving on to oak, hickory, and maple. We've got a big maple out there. And almost forgot about the English walnut. The English walnut I did before did not turn out so well. Had a bit of rot in the one. And I was disappointed in it, but we got a couple of live ones out there, or a couple of nice ones out there that should turn out all right. Well, that's it for the cherry today, and well, yeah, that's it for the cherry altogether. We are out of cherry logs. These have been waiting for a year and a half, 2 years to get cut, I think. They just sat out there. We were going to have somebody come in with a mill wide enough to cut these without taking the edges off, but hey, probably would have run with all the logs we had to get done about $2 grand. I'll pass. They're coming out just fine on the LT35. So again, we're up around 1,300 subscribers. Actually, over 1,300 subscribers. Maybe by the time this hits hits YouTube, it'll be even higher. So thank you everybody for that, and glad you're liking what you're seeing here. And hopefully we can continue to turn out good content. And like I said before, if there's anything you'd like to see, please comment below. Let us know what you think and what you might want to see. Any questions, post them down there as well. Thanks again for stopping in, and we'll see you out there next time.